Hey YouTube, Mark here with another fragrance review, this time on the house of Dsquared. This one right here is actually their very first male release in the fragrance game. This one's simply entitled He Would. They really enjoyed this theme since they actually released 3 other flankers on the basis of this He Would fragrance right here. So I'm going to let you guys know the ins and outs of this fragrance. Let you guys know if this one is a goodie or a stinker. Let's take a look at He Would. Alright guys, let's take a look at presentation for Dsquared's He Would. And of course, box first, and as you can see, just a nice cardboard box. It kind of has like a rough feeling to it. Dsquared, He Would, and as you can see, some information here. Bunch of info in the back, and then there's the bottom of the box, guys. That's what it looks like. Very plain. Let's take a look at the bottle. The bottle itself, of course, is encased by actual real wood here, and you'll see that sometimes the bottle moves a little bit depending on your bottle. Some are better than others, and as you can see on the bottle here, you're going to see Dsquared He Would. And your sprayer's on the side. I like that they put it a little more on the side than actually in the middle. Nice touch right there. Cap fits very nice. You got your information at the bottom here. That's about it. Sprayer, let's take a look at the sprayer here. Usually I palm it like this. Not bad. Pretty good sprayer. So let's get to it. Let's take a look at Dsquared's He Would. Alright guys, let's tackle bottle sizes. He Would comes in many shapes and sizes. Let's take a look at the ones that are available in most retail stores that are selling this fragrance. You got your standard size, the 1.7 ounce, and of course the big boy, the 3.4 ounce, which is this guy right here. You're looking at retail price around $40 to $75 American, give or take. Take a look around. I wouldn't pay more than $75 American for this fragrance. I believe most of this line, the He Would line, has hit a lot of discounters online. Look around and you may get a great price on this fragrance. Now this one also comes in their Discovery set. Now Dsquared has this amazing Discovery set for the He Would line, which includes this guy, Rocky Mountain Wood, and Ocean Wet Wood. All 15 milliliter spray bottles. It comes in a hardwood case. Absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, very hard to find. Also, He Would comes in a travel. The travel bottle is actually not a spray-on. It is a roll-on. So be very careful if you're purchasing that because it doesn't have a spray. It comes with a nice leather pouch. Really nice presentation by Dsquared. Now, He Would hit the shelves back in 2007, has not won any awards on my channel as of yet. Group, this is a fresh floral fragrance. You can also hint that it's an aromatic woody fragrance, but the florals in here is going to be your main factor. Parfumée Daphné Bouget, she has done a few He Would, of course some from Le Labo, namely of course Rose 31. So she does know what she's doing with, of course, florals. Very, very good with her florals. Recommended age, this fragrance, I would see basically anybody really rocking this. I would probably say 20 and up, to be honest with you. The florals in here might not be something that a teenager would like to wear. But then again, I really see if this is your type of fragrance, anybody can really wear it. Recommended age, really anybody, but 20 and up is what I would recommend. How many sprays in wear now? He Would, funny enough, is not a beast in any way, shape, or form for projection, longevity. I wanted to do more. I sprayed more, I sprayed less, I sprayed all over. Could not find a really good way of getting the most out of He Would. So basically I did my standard, 1 on the chest, 2 on the neck, 1 on each side here, and 1 on each arm, and then I'm good to go. More doesn't really give you a better result with this fragrance, unfortunately. So basically, don't waste your juice. Bring a little decan if you can. This one is really weak as far as longevity goes, at least on my skin. Now let's take a look at the notes. The note breakdown in here, very simple, and this fragrance is a very simple fragrance. It's very much linear. There's not much going on in this fragrance. Let's take a look at the notes. The top notes we got violet leaf. In the mid we got vetiver and cedarwood, and then in the base we got musk, fir, vanilla, and amber. Now your main players in this fragrance is going to be your cedarwood, your vetiver, and your violet leaf. Violet leaf, violet leaf. If you don't like violet leaf, like in Fahrenheit, maybe stay away from this fragrance because it is an explosion of violet leaf. There's a little bit of cedarwood, but it is very soft. So let's take a look at, let's go sniff this one out, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of it. Alright guys, let's sniff out He Wood. I'm going to let you guys know what this fragrance smells like from top to bottom. I'm going to do initial spray on my hand and let you guys know. Now just to let you guys know, this fragrance is not as woody as the name implies. So definitely be very careful. Just because it says He Wood and the bottle's all woody, it's not as woody as you think. So this top note, very fresh, watery, airy. What you get right off the bat is a huge dose of violet leaf. Lots of violet leaf. It attacks your nose right away. It gives this fragrance a fresh, airy, watery punch to it. There's a little pinch of vetiver that I can feel in this fragrance, so it gives it a little bit of a backbone. It reminds me of being in a forest right after the rain. It's wet. I wouldn't say really a forest, because forest has lots of woods. This one, you can smell the cedar, but it's kind of in the background, right? So it's more like, I wouldn't say like a swampland, but really close to the water. So it's almost like you smell moss, water lilies, florals, greens. Not much trees, they're more in the background. It's a little bit of wet wood, tree trunks. Very nice opening. Very watery, airy. I really can't get away from those words with this top note. So it's like being in a wet forest, but not really. Take away the woods, put them in the background a little more. More of the earth, the grass, the florals being wet, moss on tree trunks, that type of feeling. Very airy and watery. So if you're a fan of violet, this is really going to be a great opening for you. I really like this opening in this fragrance, especially if you like your florals. If you don't, you're not going to like it. Now in the mid, once this warms up a little bit on your skin in the main player in the mid is still your violet. So like I was saying earlier in the review, I wasn't joking, this is a violet leaf explosion. You're going to get lots of that watery floral. The vetiver is still sticking around. It supports it with a little dose of cedar in here in the background. Now midway, the cedar, I wouldn't say takes over the fragrance, but it really does come up a little bit. But don't get me wrong, the cedar in here is very soft, very tame. The violet really tames it. So don't get me wrong, this is not as woody as you think. Now once the cedar kind of comes up a little bit, it dries up the fragrance just a little bit. But again, I feel like this fragrance is much more aquatic or watery than dry. Now also, if you do not like violet leaf, this is a fragrance to avoid. I have to say that, and I gotta keep saying it. You'll feel a bit of powdery sweet vanilla at some points. Again, that's also very tame. It's not a huge factor in this fragrance. Neither is the amber. I didn't really feel much amber in here, but when you do feel a little bit of that amber and that vanilla, it gives you a little bit of warmth in this fragrance, but not as much as you'd think. It's very much a springtime, fall, summerish fragrance. Very nicely done. Not much backbone to it. In the base, the base is mostly woods, guys. You're going to get the cedar in here. You're going to get a little bit of the fir. The fir kind of reminds me of pine-like. Again, not too woody. Yes, the wood is the backbone of this base. Not too woody. Very faint, very soft. There's toned down musk in here a little bit to finish off this fragrance, and that's about it that you're getting from this fragrance. Very much linear. Basically, violet leaf, violet leaf, violet leaf, a little bit of vetiver, violet leaf, cedar, a little bit of vanilla musk, and that's about it. So very much linear. You're not getting much out of this fragrance. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at the overview, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of He Wood. Alright guys, let's take a look at the overview on He Wood. I'm going to let you guys know my personal opinion on this fragrance. First and foremost, my word of warning, I gotta do it first in the overview. If you're looking for a manly, woody, winter scent, don't be fooled by the name, the presentation of this fragrance. It's not what you think it is. It is a very tame scent. The violets are the main theme, not the woods. This is a soft, woody scent, meaning it's not in your face. It's very thin, it's not thick, you know, you don't have a wallop of spice. There's no spice in here. There's not a big wallop of woods in here. There is woods, but not that much. It's very much more watery and light than anything. More springtime and fall. Picture that. It's not your manly, woody scent at all. This scent doesn't have much development in it either. It's fairly linear. You're not going to get much out of it. If you don't like violet leaf, you're shit out of luck. Because there's lots of it, and it stays through the whole fragrance, then it dies down, and then it goes to cedar, then it goes to musk. That's all you're getting. Fairly linear on this one. It's green, it's woody, it's clean, fresh, all at the same time. So it is giving you a lot. I think this one is really good for work. Signature scent for work, like every season. I think so. For work is good. A weekend, casual. It's pretty versatile for a fragrance. I really could see, you know, fall, spring, summer nights, and signature scent for work. This one's not going to offend much. Very nicely done by Dsquared. Big fans of Fahrenheit. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Big fans of Fahrenheit will really like this fragrance. If you do, take a look at this one. This fragrance is supposed to be built on 3 outdoor themes. Well, that's what Dsquared is saying, okay? The first theme is water with the violet leaf. Then you got the air with the fir, the musk, and the amber, and wood by vetiver and cedar. I gotta say, they got it right. I really think that when I sniff this fragrance, and most of the Hewood line, it actually brings me outdoors. A lot of people think that this line is very synthetic. You're gonna see that in my Why Would You Hate This Fragrance? Depends on your taste. I really feel like when I wear these, this one, Rocky Mountain Wood and all them, it really takes me into the forest, and I really like what Dsquared has done with this brand. And this one does give me that outdoorsy like feel. Very airy, like they said, very woody and airy and watery. Describes it to a T. Now, why would you hate this fragrance? There's a lot of reasons why. Some don't like the floral in here. They really think it's too floral, too soapy, almost feminine-like. To me, violet it's a love and hate type note. Violet leaf, you just never know what you're gonna get. Especially if you smelled Fahrenheit, which most people have. If you don't like it, you're probably not gonna like this. I rather enjoy violet leaf. Narciso Rodriguez, for him, good example of that. Fahrenheit, of course. Very nicely done in Hewood. I really liked it. Another reason why you wouldn't like this is very linear, simple. I agree with that. Very linear. You're not getting much out of it. It's simple. Yeah, you know, you could have put a little more notes to complement that violet leaf. Kind of like what they did with Rocky Mountain Wood. I'm going to get to that in my 2 cents factor. But I really felt like it was simple. Simple and plain type of feel. Don't get me wrong. Very good fragrance though. This one's very, very well done. Another reason why you wouldn't like it, it's too light. Projection, longevity, poor. And I agree, a lot of people are going to say that, and I agree with it. I didn't get much longevity or projection out of this one. It's not as poor as advertised. Some people are saying it leaves their skin within like 30 minutes or an hour. No, I would say 4 to 5 hours is the max for this fragrance. One word to describe this fragrance would have to be airy. I really felt like there's an outdoor-like feel to this fragrance. Very nicely done. Bottles. If you enjoyed this one, try Rocky Mountain Wood. I know a lot of people that hate Rocky Mountain Wood and love this one. For me, it's the complete opposite. I like this one, but I love what they did with Rocky Mountain Wood. It's like they improved on this blueprint. Very nicely done. What else? I think Kenzo Air, CK Man, Narciso Rodriguez for him. Just look up violet leaf fragrances and you'll find it. Cedar-based fragrances, Tumult by Christian Lacroix. Try that one for a cedar-based fragrance. If you're looking for real wood, that one's got it. Best time to wear this fragrance? Daily. Springtime. fall, casual use, weekends, at work. Very versatile, as you can tell. Compliment factor. This one is not a huge compliment factor. Actually, not much at all. I have to go fishing. When I go fishing, I know they're not huge compliment factors or compliment getters. Now I gotta ask friends and family members, what do you think? Can you smell this? Can you? Can't you? What do you think about it? This one was just there. People weren't jumping at me, you know. Compliment factor, I'm looking for that wow factor. This one did not have it. They said you smell nice, but I had to look for it, right? So compliment factor, middle of the road. Nothing too crazy on this one. My 2 cents. I like this fragrance. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But I really think that they improved on this blueprint with Rocky Mountain Wood. That's the thing. I smelled Rocky Mountain Wood before purchasing this one, so I kind of was like, I don't really like this. But judging it on its own, it's a good fragrance, but it's missing something for me. And that's why I really enjoy Rocky Mountain Wood instead of this one. I just feel like this one was a little linear. You need a little more with the violet leaf. It could use a few more interesting notes to support the violet leaf, and I think a lot of people will agree with me. On the flip side of things, it makes it super versatile. It's great for almost a lot of uses. It smells good. It's going to get a 7 or 8 type of rating for me, an overall score. So it's going to get a good score, but it's not getting that wow factor to bring it up the hump to a 9 or a 10. Like Rocky Mountain got a 9, I believe. So He Wood, solid. Biochar Pass, I definitely feel like this one is more of a try than anything. I wasn't super excited to make this a buy, and I wasn't really turned off to make it a pass. So definitely sniff this out, especially if you like violet leaf in your fragrances. You will not be disappointed by He Wood. There's a great violet leaf note in this fragrance. So let's get to the rating system and see how He Wood goes against the rest. All right, guys, as you can see, projection and longevity for He Wood, 6 across the board. And this one kind of gets a bad rap for bad projection longevity. Yes, it's kind of weak, but not as bad as advertised. Projection, middle of the road. People will be able to smell it. It's not a total skin scent. Longevity, a little weak, 4 to 5 hours. I'm looking for 6 to 8. This one couldn't do it. Versatility, 8 bottles out of 10 is very versatile from the He Wood line. Overall smell, another 8, a pretty good smell. Compliment factors in the middle, so pretty good. Seasons, I love wearing this in the spring and in the fall. A little weak for the winter, but I would wear it as a summer night also. Good overall scent, a solid release, but I'd rather wear Rocky Mountain Wood if I had to choose. Not as woody as the name implies, and violets is the theme in this one. Overall, I'm going to give He Wood 7 bottles out of 10.